Hi guys, what's up? This is Shubhri from eGadgets for you. Now in this video, I'll give you a complete review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab E. This particular device, although it has nothing fancy or not too many stuff to speak or brag about, but still thought of giving a few full review of this particular tablet for the prospective buyers. Figuratively, this particular tablet weighs something around 490 grams and it has a dimension of 9.5 or precisely 9.6 inch into 5.89 into 0.33 inch of thickness. Now, this particular tablet supports a resolution of 1280 into 800 pixel, which is very low figuratively, and also it has a pixel density of 157 ppi only. It has a TFT capacitive touch screen and a 16 of color. It's missing the Gorilla Glass whatsoever. Viewing angles are good, not that great end of the day. If I go to the notifications panel over here, you will see that this particular tablet does not have the auto sensor brightness over here, although you will find that the toggle menus are pretty much similar to the Samsung handsets that they are coming out nowadays with the ultra power saving mode, the Bluetooth, the mobile data, mobile hotspot. Nothing fancy, nothing much, but straightforward simple stuff that are boosted over there. Now if I go to settings over here, you will find just at the bottom of the about device, this particular tablet comes with Android version 4.4.4, which is KitKat out of the box. Storage wise, this particular tablet consists of 8 gigs of internal memory, but you have the ability to insert a micro SD card that supports up to 128 gigs. And quite interestingly, this particular tablet supports a OTG. If I plug in my OTG over here, you will see that it says USB connector connected. Now if I go to my files, you will see that the USB driver is easily detected by this Samsung Galaxy Tab E. So that comes in handy. Now similarly under settings, if I navigate through all the options, you will see that there are the basic stuff like the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the tethering and mobile, the airplane mode, the data usage, the location. So these are very simple, very easy and very noteworthy things that comes along with any Samsung or any Android devices nowadays whatsoever. So I do not find any special implementations or any special features that are mentioned in the settings or comes along in the settings. Similarly with the new Samsung Galaxy TouchWiz, they do not have a cluster of apps. They have very few of them, so it gives you the liberty to use apps at your will, download, install them at your will. Now without further ado, let us go ahead and see how the Antutu benchmark performs over here in Samsung Galaxy Tab E. Now you will see it scores something around 17,961. Now I do not think for a tablet which is a 9.6 inch display and so big, so heavy in your hands, it is a good score. But end of the day, it's my opinion. Now if I go to details of this particular device of Samsung Galaxy Tab E, you will find that this particular device runs on a quad-core processor that is clocked at 1.3 GHz and has a 1.5 gigs of RAM. It has an internal storage of 8 gigs, supports up to 128 gigs. It has a support of GPU that supports a 2D graphics of 1098 and a 3D graphics of 1280 at 800, which I have told you already, it's very below par according to me. Nothing more to see over here. Let us very quickly go ahead and fire up the browser. It's my official website eGadgetsForYou.com. As you can see, it does take some time to load, not that fast end of the day. But having said that, let us very quickly go ahead and see one of the news over here. Now from a viewing perspective, I should say that the viewing angles are not that bad either. You can easily view the particular screen from any angle whatsoever over here. You will see that the pinch to zoom, yes, I do not feel that much of a lag. It is performing, although yes, having just confirmed that it does not lag, I see a bit of lagging over here, but that's not that deal breaker end of the day. But of course, from a reading perspective, it does serve your purpose, serves you good. Now before playing the video, let me show you. If I go to quality settings over here, you will see that this particular video is running on 720p, so it supports a 720p display in the YouTube formats also. I have put my volume to maximum. Let me go ahead and play a video of from my own channel also, the review of Samsung Galaxy Tab A. For the full featured video of Samsung Galaxy Tab A, and here it is. guys, before starting anything else, let me give you a physical overview of the full handset. On the top, as you can see, we have the Samsung branding over here, the earpiece. Now, from my perspective, I am saying that the viewing angles are not that impressive according to me, but also the speakers are pretty much good. It's not that bad in the day, although they are present just at the bottom over here. Even if you are watching the video by lying down on your bed or lying down the tablet on any surface, also the sound does comes out good. It has a good output, but it does not have a headphone, so you need to purchase or you need to get a 3.5 mm input headphone from any of your other Android devices or any of your MP3 players and plug in to listen to the sound, of course. Now this particular Samsung Galaxy Tab E has a 5000 milliampere of battery, which is actually stuck at the back, and you cannot open the back also, so it's fixed over there. Now you can use this particular Tab E for phone purposes also. Since it's a big screen, it has a wide range of the display in the numpad, but I should not say that it will feel good for the users, as because it's very heavy and very big in the screen also. So maybe you may use the speakers or something like that to talk over phone or something like that, but reading SMSs is a delight because it has a bigger screen, so you get a lot of space to play along with. Now without further ado, let me show you the pictures that comes along with the camera. Before anything, let me show you the settings. This particular phone has a pretty straightforward settings that comes along with any mid-range Android devices from Samsung. It has a autofocus mode, the ISO mode, the white balance, metering modes, a tap to take pics. Pretty easy, simple steps, nothing fancy, nothing so much. Although this particular camera shoots a video with 720p with the back camera. It is a 5 megapixel shooter without a flash, but has autofocus over there. The front camera is a 2 megapixel shooter. I am now going ahead and showing you some of the pictures that I took with the back camera. As you can see, the detailings are not that great, not that bright, not that vibrant, but the pictures came along with. Here you will find the shadow and the object over here lying over there. You can see that yes, I am not a fan of the camera of any tablet device whatsoever, and leave alone this particular device, it does not boast of special features in the camera also, but maybe it has done a good job, not a decent job end of the day. Okay, let me show you a selfie that I shoot with this particular camera using the front camera of 2 megapixel shooter. As you can see that this is a picture that I have taken using the front camera of 2 megapixel shooter. Although it is not the brightest condition over here, it's night over here, but still considering a tablet front camera of 2 megapixel shooter, it has done a good job. Now as far as my final verdict goes for this particular tablet, first of all, the price is 16,500 INR in India. That is something around 350 to 370 USD. It's heavily priced considering the features that it comes along with. I do not feel that Samsung has done justice with the Galaxy Tab E. It has a lower resolutions, not a higher RAM of 1.5 gigs, not that decent processor. It does lags behind. It does not give you a great feeling while playing games like Asphalt 8 or something like that. It remains to be seen that who are the potential buyers for this particular tablet, and as for me, I should say that the Samsung Galaxy Tab A is far better than the Tab E, even though the Tab E has a bigger screen. It does not give you that feeling, although reading and watching movies may be a delight, but end of the day, I guess the tablet does not suffice you with only watching or reading. I guess it has a lot to offer with the Android apps and stuff like that, and does not reach up to my expectation, but end of the day, it's me. Let me know your opinions and your views in the comment section below. Please do like the video and stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'll come with another interesting videos very soon. Bye for now.